Like, how do other beat writers and like people around the NBA think Troy Weaver's doing as a GM in Detroit? Like, what's the impression of his job?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody I've talked to, and I was talking to our Celtics writer the other day in Boston, like he loves everything Troy's done. He said the only thing that's like he disagreed with was like signing Marvin to that deal. And like that's fair. If that's the only thing that somebody's done so far that you have an issue, like let's just say like we could go through all his moves so far. Like I don't think there is one that has first been super consequential that it's set the franchise back in any means.
Yeah.
Two, he's a great talent evaluator, and he's come here and he'll have JD and JI will be his fifth all rookies in 3 years. Part of why they hired him is because they wanted to build through the draft, and they've gotten some guys who have been solid rookies from the jump. Mm-hmm. He was able to entice Jeremy Grant to come here. They got Bojan for Kelly Olynyk and Saban Lee. They were able to turn Trey Lyles and Josh Jackson into Marvin Bagley. I think he's done a great job. I think people eventually get tired with the losing, and that's when I think the pitchforks start coming out. But also, like they're not in a rush right now because they've laid out the plan. They knew it wasn't going to be right away, and that's kind of like my biggest head scratcher when you see people talk about the Pistons in this rebuild. It's like they had to absolutely start from ground zero. Mm-hmm. There wasn't a Paul George to trade like there was for OKC, who got them Shea and a plethora of picks. There wasn't even a Vucevic in Orlando, who got Orlando multiple first-round picks and guys like Wendell Carter Jr., solid NBA player, solid young end. Like there was no jump start. Like Detroit had to start from ground zero. Their three best players in 2019 were Andre Drummond, Reggie Jackson, and Blake Griffin. Two of those got bought out, and one brought back Brandon Knight, John Henson, and second-round picks. Like people have to understand that. Yeah, you see OKC doing this, and you see Orlando doing this. Like they had great launching pads. Detroit did not. Like I don't think people understand how much worse it could be. They got lucky and got the number one pick a year and a half into rebuilding. That's not. There are a lot of franchises who have not made the playoffs in a long time that have still not gotten a number one pick. So I think Troy has done a good job. I think next year is going to be a very pivotal year. I think this summer is going to be pivotal in terms of just like showing that the direction is indeed going in the right way. But I certainly think it is. Like I understand fans' frustration, but I certainly think that the train is still heading down the right side of the tracks.